Nostradamus warned us. What happens in 2025 to those with the M on their hand? Predictions for 2025. Rewritten intro for the Journey of Wisdom. Have you ever traced the faint lines on your palm and felt a quiet spark of wonder? What if I told you that one of those lines might form the mysterious M, a symbol destined to shine its light on your path in 2025? In an age where technology, social media, and global shifts move faster than ever, this ancient mark could be more than a quirky coincidence. We stand at the threshold of a new era, and centuries-old prophecies by Nostradamus whisper of a subtle code etched into our very hands. Nostradamus, whose verses have baffled scholars and guided seekers through plagues, wars, and revolutions, might have been pointing directly at those carrying the M. Imagine yourself among a hidden circle, poised to navigate the challenges of a world reshaped by AI, climate upheaval, and social transformation. What if this mark signals not only survival but leadership, an invitation to awaken your fullest potential? On The Journey of Wisdom, we'll unveil the ancient verses, decode the palmistry signs, and explore what 2025 holds for those bearing this enigmatic emblem. Prepare to see your hand and your future in an entirely new light. Number 1. Context: Nostradamus and the M on your palm. To unravel the intriguing link between the curious M etched on our palms and the pivotal year 2025, we must first journey back to the life and work of Michel de Nostradamus, known as Nostradamus, 16th century French physician and astrologer, whose cryptic verses have captivated scholars and seekers alike for centuries. Born into an era of plagues and political upheaval, Nostradamus combined his medical knowledge with celestial observations to compose four-line prophecies in his landmark collection Les Prophéties, published in 1555. These enigmatic quatrains, often cloaked in metaphor and layered symbolism, have since been credited by both ardent supporters and critical historians with foreshadowing major turning points in human affairs, from the cataclysm of the French Revolution and the Machiavellian rise of Napoleon to more modern calamities such as world wars, assassinations of prominent figures, and even the specter of nuclear conflict. While skeptics point to the vagueness of his wording, it is precisely this blend of poetic ambiguity and apparent accuracy that has sustained ongoing debate, inspiring researchers to sift every line for hidden code. Fast forward to the present day, and the year 2025 has emerged in recent interpretive works as a year of potentially unprecedented transformation, a crossroads at which humanity may confront accelerated technological innovation, climatic tipping points, and social realignments on a global scale. It is here, at the nexus of prophecy and palmistry, that the emblematic M on the palm assumes its significance. A formation traditionally recognized by chirologists, students of palm readingas, marking individuals endowed with heightened intuition, strong leadership potential, and a resonant spiritual calling. Over the centuries, palmists have long studied the intersecting lines of life, head, heart, and fate. When those lines converge to shape an M, devotees believe it signifies a person destined to bring balance or catalyze momentous change. Therefore, when Nostradamus's texts are re-examined through the lens of modern symbolism, many interpreters suggest that his references to the mark upon many allude not only to geopolitical events, but also to a collective awakening among those carrying this palm sign. This convergence of bodily sign and ancient prophecy implies that those with the M in their hand may find themselves uniquely attuned to the challenges and opportunities awaiting in 2025, called upon to steer communities through technological leaps, environmental upheavals, and the quest for deeper meaning in an increasingly complex world. Moreover, the notion of destiny intertwined with mission resonates especially in our contemporary age, where individuals seek both personal fulfillment and broader contribution, striving to align inner purpose with global needs. Consequently, as we draw closer to this watershed year, it becomes ever more essential to explore how Nostradamus's timeless verses might guide those selected by the subtle geometry of their own palms, revealing insights into the roles they are meant to play and the steps they must take to shepherd positive transformation. In upcoming discussions, we will delve further into the specific quatrains that hint at the significance of the year 2025, decode the palmistry signs associated with the M, and uncover practical ways to cultivate the wisdom and resilience required to meet the future with clarity and confidence, all while honoring the spirit of inquiry that Michel de Nostradamus himself embodied. Number 2. Global Energy Shift 2025. Let's talk about something that might already be stirring deep inside you. Have you ever felt like the world around you is shifting in a way that goes beyond what we can see? According to many interpretations of Nostradamus's writings, the year 2025 isn't just another chapter in history. It marks a powerful turning point in what some call a global energetic transformation. This isn't about political changes or new technologies alone. It's about the very frequency of life on Earth rising to a higher level. Nostradamus spoke of a great awakening, a time when human consciousness would begin to evolve rapidly, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So what does that mean for you, especially if you carry the mysterious M on the palm of your hand? Some palmists and spiritual researchers believe that this mark, formed by the intersection of major lines on the hand, isn't there by accident. It's a symbolone that aligns with the elevated frequencies of this new era. Could this be why so many people with the M report feeling more deeply connected to nature, experiencing moments of powerful synchronicity, or having dreams that feel more like messages than random thoughts? This transformation isn't just something happening around you, it's also happening within us. Maybe you've felt a growing sensitivity to people's emotions, or perhaps you've noticed a need to disconnect from noise and reconnect with stillness. These are not just coincidences. They may be signals that your inner world is tuning in to the greater energetic shifts unfolding on the planet. As Earth's vibration increases, those who are attuned, often those with the M, may start to feel a sense of purpose emerging, a quiet calling to play a part in this awakening. This doesn't mean you have to become a monk or a mystic overnight, but it does invite you to ask yourself, what role am I meant to play in this changing world? How can I use my intuition and empathy to guide others through uncertainty? What if the dreams you're having, or the moments that make you stop and feel something deeply, are actually clues meant to awaken your own transformation? The message here is clear. The M is not just a mark on the skin, it's a potential sign of alignment, a reminder that you may be more connected to the bigger picture than you think. As we move toward 2025, those who carry this symbol are encouraged not to fear the change, but to step into it gently, consciously, and with open hearts. So, if you've been feeling different lately, take it as a sign to listen more closely to what your heart and intuition are trying to tell you. The transformation ahead isn't about escaping the world, it's about becoming more fully present in it. The lesson is this: when the energy of the world changes, those who are aligned with it become the light that helps others see. Number 3. A call to be guides. Have you ever felt like you were meant to do something more in this life? Something beyond your everyday responsibilities? Maybe you've looked at your palm and noticed the letter M formed by the lines on your hand. It might seem like just a coincidence, but for centuries, spiritual traditions and even prophetic voices like Nostradamus have suggested otherwise. They believed that this small symbol may carry a great meaning, especially now, as we step into the transformational energy of 2025. At the heart of this belief is what some call a call to be guides, an invitation for those with this mark to take on a deeper purpose. But what does that really mean for you, and why now? Nostradamus described this time as an era of illumination, a period where humanity begins to wake up to break free from the heavy layers of old thinking, outdated systems, and spiritual forgetfulness. It's as if the world itself is going through a kind of spiritual spring, shaking off the frost of confusion and stepping into a new light. In moments like these, certain individuals are needed: people who can see clearly when others cannot, people who can listen when the world is loud, and people who can remind others of what really matters. That's what it means to be a guide. And for those with the M, this isn't just a random assignment, it's a soul-level calling that's now beginning to echo louder than ever. So let's pause for a moment. Do you feel this inner nudge? Have you been sensing a shift not just in the world around you, but within yourself? Many people with the M report feeling more sensitive, more aware, and more drawn to truth, empathy, and service. It's not about being a guru or having all the answers. Being a guide in this new era is about showing up with honesty and heart. It's about walking beside others, not ahead of them, and offering your presence as a light in their darker moments. Could it be that your own challenges, your pain, and your healing have all been preparing you to help others find their way? What's powerful about this call is that it doesn't demand perfection, it asks for authenticity. In a time when the world is filled with distraction and noise, your groundedness becomes a gift. Your calm becomes a compass. Think about the people around you, your friends, your family, your community. How might your quiet strength help them navigate this time of uncertainty? You don't have to stand on a stage to lead. You lead by how you live, how you listen, and how you love. And now the question arises, what does it look like to answer this call in your own life? Maybe it's through your work, your creativity, or simply your presence in everyday conversations. Maybe it's choosing kindness when it's difficult, or standing up for what's right when others stay silent. As 2025 unfolds, the energy of awakening will only grow stronger, and guides will be needed more than ever, not to take control, but to help others remember their own light. So, if you carry that M on your palm, take a moment to reflect, not with pressure, but with purpose. You are not being asked to save the world, only to play your part in its healing. This is a time for alignment, for awakening, and for stepping into a role that may have quietly waited within you all along. The question isn't just, why me? But rather, why not me, and why not now? The world is calling. Are you ready to answer? If you've watched up to this point, you're clearly curious about what 2025 holds and what the mysterious M on your hand might really mean. Comment below with "Marked by Fate" to show you're ready to uncover the deeper truths behind these predictions. Don't click away, there's still powerful insight coming that could change how you see your future. Stay with us until the end to unlock what Nostradamus may have truly seen for those marked by destiny. Number 4. Manifestations in daily life. In our daily lives, the shift that has been unfolding, a quiet yet powerful spiritual awakening, can be seen in subtle but deeply significant ways. More and more people are beginning to feel that the old models of success, productivity, and material accumulation no longer offer the fulfillment they once promised. Instead, there's a stronger pull toward living with empathy, compassion, and a sense of deeper purpose. People are questioning long-held beliefs, letting go of inherited patterns that no longer serve them, and reassessing what truly matters, not just for personal peace, but for collective well-being. Interestingly, Those who are said to have the mysterious M marking on their palm are often at the heart of this transformation. Whether we view this M symbolically or energetically, these individuals appear to carry a natural sensitivity to the deeper rhythms of life. They often serve as catalysts, gently awakening those around them, not by preaching, but by how they live, consciously, kindly, and with quiet strength. Their presence stirs reflection in others, encouraging them to slow down, listen inward, and live with greater awareness. As we move further into 2025, this evolution of consciousness is no longer a fringe idea, it's becoming a shared human journey. Meditation, mindfulness, energy work, and spiritual exploration are no longer confined to monasteries or retreat centers. They are being woven into everyday routines, into schools, hospitals, workplaces, and homes. The old divisions between science and spirituality are slowly giving way to more holistic understandings of what it means to be alive. The language of energy, of vibration, and of interconnectedness is not just mystical anymore, it's becoming practical. We see it when doctors speak about the mind-body connection, when schools introduce breathing exercises for children, or when people turn to nature to find calm amid chaos. These changes reflect a collective hunger for something more meaningful, and for many, this is not just about personal healing, it's about transforming how we treat each other, how we engage with the earth, and how we build our communities. If you've noticed this shift in yourself, perhaps a longing for simplicity, a discomfort with surface-level interactions, or a desire to reconnect with your inner voice, you are not alone, and you are not imagining it. Whether or not you have an M on your palm, you may be feeling called to live more honestly, more intentionally. Take that inner pull seriously. Pay attention to where your energy feels drained and where it feels nourished. Be willing to pause, breathe, and ask, is this choice aligned with my deeper self? In this way, the mystical becomes deeply practical. It's not about predicting disasters or waiting for grand signs from the skies. It's about small daily choice show. We treat a stranger, how we speak to a child, how we care for our planet that ripple outward to shape the collective future. So whether or not you carry the mark, you carry the potential. You carry the seed of awakening that, when watered with awareness, can help cultivate a more compassionate, peaceful, and united world. Number 5. The energetic portal of 2025. In 2025, something extraordinary is unfolding. Many are calling it the energetic portal. This isn't just a poetic phrase or mystical metaphor. It points to a very real shift in human consciousness, a window of time when new perceptions can open up and lead us to deep spiritual transformation. The energies of this portal act like a bridge between the seen and unseen, allowing us to reflect more clearly, feel more deeply, and awaken parts of ourselves that have long been dormant. It's a moment where the noise of the world starts to fade, and a quiet inner voice, one that's always been there, can finally be heard. Some ancient traditions speak of such cosmic alignments as moments when the soul is invited to evolve, not through force, but through awareness and willingness to grow. Could this be the kind of year where your soul begins to ask different questions, deeper questions? One of the fascinating signs that keeps surfacing in this conversation is the presence of an M shape on the palm of the hand. Palmistry aside, this mark is seen by some as a symbol of spiritual readiness. Those who carry it are said to be more naturally attuned to the energetic shifts of 2025. But let's not rush to superstition. Whether this symbol is written in your skin or in your heart, the deeper message is this: you may be more ready than you think. People aligned with this energy often report more vivid dreams, feelings of déjà vu, a sharp rise in intuition, or an overwhelming sense of connection to nature. Have you been feeling that lately, like there's something just beneath the surface, asking to be noticed? These experiences are not coincidences. They are signs that something within you is awakening. The M is not a badge of superiority. It's a call to responsibility. Those who resonate with this energy are being invited to become anchors of wisdom, calm, and compassion in a world that deeply needs it. In moments of global change, we look for leaders, not just those in power, but those who live with clarity, kindness, and a sense of purpose. Could that be your path? Not to lead by control, but to guide by example through your actions, your words, and how you treat others. This is the heart of true leadership, to be awake, aware, and aligned with something greater than yourself. The energetic portal of 2025 is not about predicting doom or destiny, it's about preparing ourselves for possibility. It invites us to shift from fear to curiosity, from reaction to reflection. If you've ever felt out of place in the world, perhaps it's because you're meant to help shape a new one. Have you ever wondered why you've had those intuitive moments, those dreams that felt like messages, those feelings that there's something more to life? This could be the year to begin trusting that inner knowing. Start small, spend more time in stillness, listen closely to what your heart is saying, and pay attention to the subtle patterns of your life. Everything is connected, and right now, you're being called to reconnect not just with others, but with your own deeper self. So what can we take from all this? The message is clear. 2025 offers an invitation to grow, to awaken, and to rise into our potential, not just for ourselves, but for the good of all. Whether or not you have an M on your hand, you do have a choice. Will you ignore the signs, or will you embrace the possibility that your life has deeper meaning? Will you wait for change to happen outside of you, or will you start becoming the change within? This energetic portal isn't something that happens to use, it's something we move through consciously. So take a breath, look within, and step forward with intention. The lesson here is simple. Those who are awake in times of change are not overwhelmed, they are needed. Let yourself be one of them. Number 6. Activation of hidden potentials. In the year 2025, there is said to be not just global change in our outer world, but a profound awakening happening within us. According to ancient predictions, most notably those from the mysterious seer Nostradamus, this year marks a time when hidden potentials, long dormant within the human being, begin to awaken. If you happen to have the mysterious M mark on your palmar formation, some say reveals destiny, you might be especially sensitive to this shift. But whether you see that mark on your hand or not, this is really about you, your growth, and your connection to something deeper. Have you ever felt like there's more to you than you've been taught to believe? Like there's a hidden gift inside you waiting for the right moment to emerge? Science, in recent years, has caught up to what many spiritual traditions have always hinted at. Through epigenetics, we now know that our environment, our emotions, and even our thoughts can influence the way our genes express themselves. It's as if we hold a locked treasure chest within our DNA, and the key lies not only in external events, but in our inner state of awareness. Now imagine this. As global energies shift and consciousness begins to rise, these hidden codes inside of us, these deep blueprints of our soul, start to become activated. And when they do, people begin to feel changes they can't always explain. Sharper intuition, a sudden sense of knowing things without being told, new talents surfacing, even deep emotional or physical healing. Could it be that these aren't random events, but signs of our true self beginning to shine through? For those who carry the M, some traditions believe this mark indicates a soul that has returned for a purpose, a guide, a healer, someone whose empathy and insight are meant to serve others during times of great uncertainty. But remember, in the eyes of wisdom, no one is excluded from growth. Whether you carry this sign or not, the invitation is still the same. Wake up, look within, and ask, what is the gift I have that the world needs right now? As the Buddha said, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. This awakening is not about special powers or being chosen in some exclusive way. It's about the universal human potential to evolve when the time is right. And perhaps 2025 is that time. So, how do you begin to tune into this activation? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your dreams, to your inner voice, to the subtle nudges you feel in your heart. Practice stillness, whether that means meditation, walking in nature, or simply sitting quietly with your breath. Ask yourself gently, what am I meant to awaken to? What part of myself have I ignored or silenced that now wants to be heard? In Buddhism, we speak of the Buddha nature, which is said to exist within all beings. Not just monks or saints, but you, me, and everyone we meet. This hidden nature, when recognized, transforms ordinary life into a path of wisdom and compassion. Could it be that what's being activated in 2025 is your own Buddha Naturia, your own sacred calling to bring light into the world, starting with yourself? As these potentials awaken, you may feel both excitement and fear. That's natural. Great transformation always brings a sense of the unknown. But remember this quote from the Dhammapada: "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." If you believe that this is your time to grow, to serve, to step into your true self, then every moment becomes an opportunity. So, let me ask you, what are you ready to awaken in yourself this year? What might be waiting just beneath the surface of your everyday life, ready to rise like a lotus from the mud? Stay with this question, carry it gently, and let it guide your journey not just through 2025, but into the deeper purpose of your life. Still with us. That means you're not just watching, you're seeking answers. If the M on your hand has ever made you wonder, now's the time to dig deeper. Type "Unlock my path" in the comments to step further into the mystery. The most revealing predictions are still ahead. Don't miss them. Number 7. Embodiments of universal connection. In 2025, those who bear the mysterious M marking on their hand are increasingly being recognized as living embodiments of the profound connection between individual spiritual awakening and the broader energies that govern the universe. These individuals are not simply participants in the unfolding changes of our time, they are central to them. Their presence symbolizes a deeper, almost sacred alignment with the universal flow, and this alignment empowers them to act as bridges between the seen and unseen, the physical and spiritual, the personal and collective. What makes this connection truly powerful is the realization that it is not abstract or removed from daily life. It has a purpose, and that purpose is healing. These people carry within them a mission that transcends personal goals. They are here to help heal the world, not only through grand acts or mystical rituals, but through small, compassionate choices that ripple outwards into the collective consciousness. Whether consciously or intuitively, they become catalysts for transformation, shifting the energies of the spaces they inhabit and the hearts they touch. This healing role can manifest in many forms. Some may be drawn to traditional energy work such as Reiki, Qigong, or meditative practices that realign the body's subtle energy systems, while others simply radiate calm and presence in stressful environments. They may not even label what they do as healing, but their gentle words, active listening, and sincere empathy create safe spaces for others to feel seen and valued. In an age of digital noise and emotional disconnection, these gestures are no small feat. They are radical acts of connection. And so, as we move deeper into 2025, the influence of these individuals, will only grow. Their work doesn't require a stage. It flourishes in workplaces where morale is low, in communities divided by conflict, and in families struggling to reconnect. In each of these places, those with the M seem to bring an unspoken wisdom, an inner steadiness that reminds others of what truly matters: kindness, presence, and shared humanity. This role is not without its challenges. Carrying such energy in a world that often overlooks the spiritual dimension can be lonely. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of solitude and questioning that their purpose becomes clearer. They are not here to seek recognition, they are here to serve a greater harmony. And so, if you recognize this mark on your hand, or more importantly, feel this calling in your heart, know that your path is not random. You are part of a wider awakening, one that is quietly reshaping our world from the inside out. You don't need to preach or persuade. Your presence, when aligned with compassion and integrity, is enough. Whether through a conversation with a neighbor, a moment of stillness offered to someone in grief, or a creative act that uplifts others, you are participating in this great healing. In modern life, where so many feel isolated, your ability to reconnect others to themselves, to one another, and to the sacredness of life is a gift that must not be underestimated. Let this be a reminder that spiritual purpose doesn't have to look dramatic to be meaningful. Often, the quietest people carry the strongest light. Stay grounded, keep your heart open, and trust that even in a chaotic world, every act of goodness plants the seed for a more harmonious future. Number 8. Interdimensional communication. Let's talk about something truly fascinating: interdimensional communication, a concept that may sound mystical at first, but is gaining new light in the conversations around 2025 and those who are believed to have a special mark, specifically the letter M, on their palm. If you've ever felt like your dreams carried more weight than usual, or your gut feeling guided you just in time, this might speak directly to you. According to some interpretations of Nostradamus's predictions and spiritual thinkers, 2025 is a threshold year where the boundaries between our physical world and higher, spiritual dimensions begin to thin. Those with heightened sensitivity, especially individuals with this M marking, are said to serve as bridges between realms. This isn't about fantasy, it's about a deeper awareness and the ability to receive subtle signals through dreams, intuition, and even moments of emotional intensity that seem to arise out of nowhere yet leave a strong impression. Have you ever had a dream that felt like a message, or made a decision purely based on instinct that turned out to be exactly right? This is the kind of connection we're talking about. This ability doesn't just benefit the individual, it's meant for something far greater. The insights received, whether through a symbolic dream, a sudden moment of clarity, or a feeling too strong to ignore, often carry a message that speaks to the collective. They may point toward how we, as a society, can face the growing complexity of the modern world: climate challenges, emotional disconnection, societal divisions, and find new paths forward. These messages don't come with fireworks or loud voices. They arrive quietly, often in solitude, urging us toward choices that are kinder, more inclusive, more aligned with a peaceful world. Can you recall a time when a quiet moment changed your entire outlook? That stillness might be where interdimensional communication begins. In many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, the idea of interconnectedness is central. We are not isolated beings, but threads in a vast, living web. When one of us listens deeply to this inner guidance, the ripple can touch countless lives. The deeper meaning here is not about predicting the future in a dramatic sense, but about tuning in to the wisdom that's already within and around us. Perhaps the M on the hand is just a symbol, a reminder that some of us are called to pay extra attention, to lead by inner wisdom, and to live in alignment with a greater harmony. What might your life look like if you trusted those inner messages more? What kind of world could we co-create if more of us did the same? So, what can we take from this? First, pay attention to your inner world. Your dreams, gut feelings, and sudden insights may carry more meaning than you think. Second, remember your role in the collective story. You're not here by accident, and the wisdom you carry might help others find their way too. Finally, trust that the more we align with truth, compassion, and connection, the more clearly we can hear the guidance that's trying to reach us, not just for ourselves, but for the good of all beings. You don't need to see spirits or read ancient texts to experience interdimensional connection. Sometimes, all it takes is being fully present, open-hearted, and willing to listen deeply. What message might be waiting for you in the silence? Number 9. Planetary Rebirth. Let's take a moment to reflect on something deeply meaningful. 2025 as a year of planetary rebirth. This idea, rooted in ancient wisdom and echoed in modern intuition, speaks to a powerful shift that many believe is already unfolding. You're not just hearing about another prediction, you're being invited to consider your role in a much larger transformation. As the Earth moves into a new cycle, old patterns like fear, division, greed, and destruction are starting to dissolve. In their place, new values are beginning to take root: cooperation, kindness, empathy, and balance with nature and with one another. Can you feel that subtle change in the air, in the way people are questioning what really matters, or how more of us are starting to seek meaning beyond material success? This isn't just happening outside of you, it's happening within us too. We are being asked to look inward, to reevaluate our beliefs, habits, and relationships, not from a place of guilt, but from a deep desire to grow into something wiser and more compassionate. Now, if you are someone who has that mysterious M shape on your palm, marking some say is tied to destiny, then your role in this global shift may be even more profound. It's believed that people with this marking carry a special sensitivity to energy and truth, and in 2025, that gift becomes more important than ever. You may find yourself called to lead, not in a loud or forceful way, but by quietly becoming an example, guiding others through empathy, listening deeply, and living from a place of purpose and integrity. This leadership is not about ego, it's about service. As the Buddha once said, "As a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life." So ask yourself, what kind of fire is guiding you right now? Is it one that brings warmth, clarity, and healing? Or is it driven by fear and old conditioning that no longer serves you or the world? The idea of planetary rebirth also echoes one of the core teachings in Buddhism: impermanence. Everything changes, nothing remains the same. But that truth isn't meant to cause sadness, it's meant to awaken us. The old systems we've relied on, be it in politics, the economy, or even how we treat the earth, are crumbling, not because we are doomed, but because it's time to rebuild something more conscious and sustainable. The deeper question is, will you take part in this rebirth? Will you use your voice, your presence, your daily actions to be a part of the healing rather than the harm? Let this be a moment to pause and reflect. What do you truly stand for? What small change can you make in your own life that aligns with this new cycle? Maybe it's how you treat others, how you care for your body, or how you connect with nature. Maybe it's as simple as being more honest with yourself. As Thich Nhat Hanh said, "The way to do is to be." So perhaps, before you do anything big in the outer world, the real shift begins within. The truth is, the rebirth of the planet starts with the rebirth of each heart. If 2025 really is the beginning of a new era, then your presence, your choices, and your awakening are more essential than ever. So, what kind of world do you want to help create, and Who do you need to become to build it? As we step into the energies of 2025, one thing becomes clear: whether or not you carry the mysterious M on your palm, you carry the power to awaken, to guide, and to grow. The choices you make, the presence you bring, and the light you offer may be more important now than ever before. If this video sparked something within you, a question, a realization, or even a quiet sense of purpose, then let it be the beginning of your own journey of wisdom. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom, and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. There is so much more to uncover together. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and remember, your path may just be the light someone else is waiting for.